Everybody muted maybe, or if you guys aren't speaking.
It's fine, I got it.
Okay, he's got it. Okay, perfect.
All right, so let's get started here right away. Welcome, especially all the new people on here. Super excited for this. We have an amazing journey that we're going to take you through for the next 15 weeks. It's going to take us from Elite Academy that just ended up to Global Convention that is coming up here in October. If you don't have your global convention ticket yet, make sure you get it because they will sell out for the live version. First live event back in 18 months. So we're going to be super excited about this. Yes. Michelle found an extraordinary video that's going to tee up a little bit of what we're doing. And it also tied in, which is crazy, my talk from Elite Academy this past weekend. So let me play this real quick and then we'll introduce our special guest and get going with everything that's coming up for you guys.
Yay. Boom, boom.
You guys that are just getting started, you're not going to start right here. You're going to start down there, okay? Probably in another city, another town. I grew up in Lake Charles, Louisiana, no money, raised by a single mother. I was in debt at 25 years old. The first thing that I had to do in my life was not learn a new skill. The first thing I had to do to get my life moving in the right direction was self-development. It is vital, it was vital for me that I improved myself and I could start depending upon me. I had to show up every day with some rituals, some disciplines, and start getting myself to trust me. Not trust others, but trust myself to do the right thing every day. One of the things that I started doing was beating the sun up every morning. I'm gonna beat that sun up every morning so that I have the discipline and the control over my life. So I knew, hey, before that thing pops, I'm gonna pop. I'm gonna get out of bed, depend on myself, get up at the same time every day. And for me, that time, regardless of where I was beat that sun up. No matter where I am, I'm gonna beat that thing up. So it gives me a sense of control over my own life. Second thing, I had to start cleaning up my life and my friends and my environment. When I was younger, between 15 and 25, I was doing crazy stuff in my life. Wasting my weekends. I have the saying, weekends are for the weak. I was drinking, fooling around with a bunch of bad things, bad people, making poor choices. At 25 years old, I cleaned it all up. Quit going to those places, quit using those things, quit hanging out with people that did not have ethics and discipline in their life, that weren't committed to the same things that I was. I wanted to build something in my life. I wanted to become someone. And to do that, to become someone in the eyes of the world, the first thing I had to do was become someone I could depend on. So put some things together, 3 or 4 things you can do every day to start the day, kickstart your day, get going in your day to give you a sense of respect for yourself, accomplishment for yourself. Look, just beating that sun up every morning gives me the sense of accomplishment, that I did what I said I was gonna do, that I woke up when I said I would wake up, and I start building respect for myself, start believing in myself so that I can go out into the world and maybe today when I go into this meeting that I'm dressed for, maybe they'll believe in me as much as I believe in me, and that'll show up in a contract, a deal, maybe even some money. Beat the sun up.
All right, you guys. Let me pause that. I got too many screens up, but you guys, I just find it very ironic, and you know, it just shows how the universe works, because this journey for us, this new chapter, really started the beginning of May when we flew out to Miami and met with Grant Cardone's team. And to see this come into fruition with us deciding to launch this into the network marketing business, to pour into you guys some development, some personal development training, but also thinking back to this past weekend again, and how my talk related to so much of what he just said. And there were actually some things word for word that he said that I said, and I had never seen that video before. And the other thing that just blew my mind was he's sitting out on that balcony that back in May, Michelle flew by in his helicopter and was waving at him from his own balcony. That's where that video was from. So there's just so many cool things that I think are happening for us right now. And I cannot wait to introduce you to our friend, Mike Brown, who is our business account manager over at Cardone Ventures, who we've had the pleasure of getting to know pretty well over the last month or so. And we've started this journey a little bit ahead of you guys. But what we want to do is the process that we've taught you guys before is learn, do, teach. And so we've been learning this program, these concepts from Mike and his team, and then we're putting them into practice. And now we want to pour it into the entire organization so you can come with us on this journey. So Mike, I would love to welcome you onto the call and turn it over to you, my friend.
Yes, and let's give him a big one person, big difference family. Welcome you guys in the chat and on the screens. A big welcome. Mike is life. He is just pure life and energy. So welcome, welcome.
Thank you, everybody. And Sean and Michelle, it's so incredible to work with you guys. And thank you for the very kind introduction. And hello to everyone on the call today. Thank you so much for being here. This is incredible. I love the engagement already that I can see on here. It's obvious that you guys have built a stellar team. So, you know, as Sean and Michelle sit here and talk about kind of all the things that they've done to adjust and change the business in good ways to be able to propel you guys to the next level, that video is super important and it resonates with me as well. I have talked with Sean and Michelle now for, gosh, you guys have been working with me for about 6 weeks or so. And it's just been an incredible experience because they truly believe not only in the products that you guys are selling, but they believe in you. And that's the really important piece. And that's why they've decided to make these substantial investments are really back into the team to be able to propel you to the next level. And so nothing is more important in your daily life than achieving your goals. And to go back to Grant's video, it takes a massive amount of effort and pushing to be able to do those things. And Sean and Michelle have been incredible in being able to support you guys in that. And they're taking the next step now in their journey, which is called a platform review. And so Sean and Michelle are working very closely with the Cardone team over here, myself kind of taking the lead on that to find out where do we have some opportunity in the near future, in the midterm, and in the long term to really take this thing to the next level. And the whole goal of that is really to give back to you guys, right? To be able to help you achieve your personal, professional, and financial goals. And so we call those PPFs. You'll probably hear Sean and Michelle start to refer to that a lot if you haven't heard that. But that is the whole goal with this driving initiative. And I will tell you, nothing resonates more closely than Grant's video and making those dramatic changes in your life when you realize I'm not really accomplishing the things that I thought I could do. And I know I can do more and I can do better. A little bit of my story and background is similar to Grant's, but I beat the sun up as well every single day. And my goal is to be able to accomplish what everybody accomplishes in one day before people even wake up. And so I get up and I work out in the morning. I do my reading. I do my Cardone University sales training. I take my dog out to exercise, and this is all before 7 a.m. And I'm sure you guys are very similar to me, and you're very driven people who want to see that success. So the challenge here is, how do we get there, right? How do we make that next step in our journey and in our progress? And that's why this investment happened from Sean and Michelle. So what we're doing is sitting down over the next 6 months, and we're taking everything that you guys have built, this incredible empire that you've already built, and we're going to put a turbo on that. And we're going to say, how do we take this thing not only to the next level, but to what we would call a 10x level? And so if you guys haven't heard the 10x phrase yet, we use that quite a bit. This is our philosophy and this is our approach and what we do. And we 10x everything that we do. So whether it's your personal life, whether it's your professional life or your financial life, we want to be able to take that to the next level. So over the next 3 months, Sean, Michelle, and I will be working closely together to do a data gather of everything that you guys have accomplished already. We're going to use some external data from our sources over here, meld those things together to bring forth some recommendations for you guys, the whole team, on how can we better this? How can we get this thing to really, really take off further than it ever has? So the goal here is to have a demonstrable impact on your life. And I grew up in this infrastructure with Brandon Dawson, and who works directly with Grant Cardone for Cardone Ventures. And we've been able to build some incredible companies together. And this is kind of our first step here to 10xing the next step. And I'll tell you, as we came back from a company called Audigy Group that we started back in 2006 with Brandon Dawson. And we had an exit in 2016 of 77 times EBITDA, which is earnings before interest, tax, depreciation, and amortization, which was never heard of in any industry. It was an insane exit. I'm happy to say that with Cardone Ventures, we just hit our second year in business and we've already beat Audigy. So it took us 16 years. It took us 2 years at Cardone Ventures. And we're bringing that expertise back to you guys and back to your team. And that is our goal. We want to make people or help people achieve their personal, professional, and financial goals through the success of their business. So I'm here to support you guys. And I'm just really happy and elated to be part of this team. Sean and Michelle have been really the example. They have set the bar for engaged owners. And so it's really, really refreshing to work with team leaders like this. So I just invite you guys to lean into any of the content, lean into the new things, lean into the learnings, push yourself outside of your comfort zone because that's where change happens, and really 10x everything. Go as hard as you possibly can. I'm operating on 9 hours of sleep over the last 4 days right now as I'm talking to you guys because we went really hard at some back-to-back events. And we just done an incredible job. And I want to bring that energy and that passion to you guys. So I'm just really happy to have you. And Michelle and Sean, I'll let you take the reins from here, but really appreciate you guys.
Awesome. Awesome, my friend. Appreciate you so much. And you guys, he said yes at the drop of a hat when we asked him to come on tonight. And you just heard he's only had 9 hours of sleep in the last few days. So let's give him a Life Vantage. Thank you. Thank you. He is fueled by Axio now.
Yes,
so,
he is.
So hopefully that helps a little bit. But yeah, this truly is about pouring into you guys and taking you guys to the goals that you have. So we want to work with you, especially over these next 15 weeks as we work into getting to global convention.
Mm-hmm. I just want to say again, we want to let Mike go because he's got a lot of things going on. But like Sean just said, the moment that I text, which he communicates beyond, he 10x communicates compared to, you know, the what did you say? If I can get it done within within 2 minutes?
I live by a rule. If I can get it done in less than 2 minutes, I do it immediately.
And he does. And we just appreciate you. We respect you. We honor you. And we thank you for being here and pouring in and just bringing the light and the love to everybody here.
Absolutely. I'm so happy to be part of the family and really love you guys. And it's been an incredible journey and it's only going to get better from here. So everybody get ramped up and revved up because we're going to go on an amazing journey together.
I love it. I love it. And you guys, this is kind of a new venture on Cardone's side as well, too, of really putting their expertise into the network marketing arena. And so we want to walk you through kind of what's going to happen over the next 15 weeks. This is obviously kind of the launch call, setting up the expectations. But I'll tell you this, in life, what you put into something is directly proportional to what you're going to get out of it. So my advice to you would be really to commit over the next 15 weeks to be sure to be on these calls every Monday night for 30 minutes. But even more important than that is do the homework in between so that you can get the most out of it. Show up and you will see different results happen. And it's not just about network marketing. This is about growing up in life, personal development, something that we talk about all the time.
Yeah. And we want to let Mike go. Is there anything that you want to say in regards to homework, Mike, in regards?
You get out what you put in, right? And this is a rule of life. This is not a rule of homework, but the more effort that you put in, the more substantive effort that you put in, you're going to reap that benefit back. And so there might be times where you're just not feeling it. You just don't want to do it. And I completely understand. And that's okay. Those feelings are okay. But put those feelings to the side and know that you're making a dramatic impact in your future if you decide to put in a 10x effort every single time. And I know I constantly refer to that, but it is very important. It's a rule to live your life by. Once you take that next step in your journey where you put this demonstrable effort in and it kind of propels you to that next level, that's now your new baseline. And so that's what we're doing right now is we are taking that huge effort and we're going to propel ourselves to the next level. And now that's going to be our new baseline. And then what we do from there is we model, we mimic, and we master, right? And so we're going to take that, we're going to model that concept, we're going to mimic what we did, we're going to master what we did, we're going to repeat, duplicate, duplicate. And that's what we're learning over this process. So put forth the greatest effort that you possibly can into the homework and the learnings. And the thing that I like to say is only a fool learns for knowledge. A wise man applies the knowledge that he has learned. It's not about taking in the information in here and keeping it here. That will get you nowhere. Most importantly is take this and apply it in your daily activities and your daily life. It's really important because that's where the results start to come in, right? We can learn as much as we want and have as much as we want up here, but if we're not putting that to an active use in our daily life, we've not moved any further forward. And so I just want to say that, you guys, is learn this stuff and apply this stuff is the most important step.
I love
Incredible.
that. I love that. And we're going to take it even a step further, and we're going to teach you guys how to learn, do, and then teach it back into your organizations. And as new people come into the LifeVantage family, we want this to be so ingrained in our culture that it's just an automatic thing that we're doing. So let's go over the next couple of
Let's
weeks.
say goodbye to Michael so he can go.
Maybe he wants to hang
Oh,
out.
if he
If
wants
you
to
want to
go, if he
hang out,
needs to go, I
hang
think
out.
he needs
If
to
you
go.
got to go, rest up,
Yes.
recharge. But we thank you, my friend.
Yes, love
Cheers, you
you.
guys. Have a great meeting, everyone.
Thank
Thanks.
you. Okay, sorry about that.
No worries at all. So week 2, we're going to jump right into belief and visualization, you guys. And I think the most important concept out of this is belief lids. There's a lot of things that we have in the past that we create stories around now that we want to uncap the lid that is out there on there. So unleashing your true power in week 2 on belief and visualization. And then we're going to jump into individual goals. And Mike talked about that a bit. The personal, professional, and the financial goals. We'll get into that on week 3. Finding mentors. And we talk about this a lot, but we're going to really get into finding mentors. Week 5 is about studying mentors, and week 6 is attracting mentors. So you'll get 3 weeks of the mentor work. Week 7, operational effectiveness. Week 8 is going to be about customers, self-reflection, and personas.
Boom.
Integrating and duplicating yourself is in week 9, and I'm sure that sounds familiar to your guys' normal stuff that we talk about in
Yes.
network marketing, right? Week 10 is going to be about identifying and increasing your impact. The leadership series will be week 11. Week 12 is communicating with intentionality, and then week
Communication.
13, understanding contribution types. Week 14, the confidence meter, and week 15 is going to be a course wrap up. So if you guys are starting to get excited about this, let's hear it in the chat. We're super, super pumped out about what this has to offer for us in the next level that we can take LifeVantage to.
Yeah, I think, the greatest thing of going through the journey and who in here knows that when they came to LifeVantage that would have never guessed the personal growth development that comes from it, right? The personal growth development that comes from this profession is just so massive in every way. And who feels on a daily basis that we're being stretched and going out of our comfort zone and finding ways that like, oh my gosh, but then after you get it done, you did it. And learning new skills. I mean, it's happening to all of us every single day. And honestly, one of my things that I set to myself is if I'm not nervous or if I'm not uncomfortable today, I need to do more to get there, because that's where the growth really happens. Because if I really want to make an impact in others' lives, I have to get uncomfortable for them. And because as we all know, I mean, the mission of what we've got here, you guys, is so big. Who would not agree, right? Especially after watching this weekend's Elite Academy, we have got so much work to do in blessing, in empowering, in bringing self-worth to people, and pouring on the love and bringing the community and showing what we've got in the products. Was not just, Dr. Dixon's talk on the history of Pro Tandem that was out in the email again today. Owning that, you guys, knowing that we have the only product on the planet, nutraceutically and pharmaceutically, that can do what it does. But then having a community. We did a call with Mia and several others, but she brought this woman onto a call today, and she was just so proud and so excited to know that this had such a beautiful community. Who loves the LifeVantage community, right? Let's put that in the chat. I mean, that is just part of the deal. And so we are blessed to wake up every single day. And you guys, I will tell you, I don't know if you heard Sean's speech this weekend, but when he talked about when we started getting up before the sun and how that impacted our daughter's life, it's huge. And it's literally completely impacted her life and ours as well. but I'm just bringing that to you, to your attention in regards to the decision. How many times did we hear this weekend about make a decision? And you've heard us talk many times before, Tony Robbins say it's in the moments of decision where your destiny is shaped. So just deciding and committing to yourself and your dreams and your goals. And there's going to be times where you'll have like brain blocks of goals or, visions or, anything for yourself and for your family and for your, for the Life Vantage business or whatnot. But just keep leaning into it. Watch your words carefully of saying, this is hard, this is work. Use beautiful words of what an opportunity. I'm so blessed and grateful for this experience, so be really conscious of that as you go through this and in every day in life. I was talking to somebody today about, she was sharing, just being at work and that stress. And I said, be grateful. Just be grateful for that and be grateful that you've got that work. And then it was just an instant change, right? So this is something that we hope and pray, you guys, this is our heart's cry to you, is that this is going to be a benefit to you. And I will guarantee you, if you put, and that's a big thing to say, because I don't say things unless I mean, if you put your heart and your energy into these teachings that are going to be coming every single week and reflect on it, there's going to be 20, there'll be a day where it'll be like 20-minute homework right afterwards, homework, if you will. But what did Mike say? As far as he doesn't look at it as homework, it's life something. But then reflect on it through the week and go back to that work and put it up on your mirror, put it somewhere. And so that it's always on your mind, because you're going to be adding to it and thinking about it even more. And there's going to be other times where it's going to take a little bit longer. But like he said, what you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. And I'm so excited to see where people are going to go. And we want to hear from you guys as you go through this. How is this benefiting you? What are your goals? It's not just Life Vantage goals. We want to hear about your family goals. We want to hear about your personal goals. We want to hear about your dreams. We want to hear, about your struggles, which, let's change the word, opportunities, right? And so, anything else on that?
No,
I'm just rambling.
I love it. I love it. And here's the thing that I will promise you guys. I'll put our money where our mouths are right now. If you go through this entire 15 weeks and you're like, I wasted my time entirely, come back to us and I will pay for your Elite Academy. I'll pay for your global convention. I'll pay to your events for the next year to make up for this, because I'm so confident that the next 15 weeks, if you take it serious, that you are going to get so much value out of it. And again, it's not just about Life Vantage. No. This is about improving people and the way that we interact with other people and just make a domino effect and a splash into the world. So super, super excited about that. If you guys have any questions at all about what we went over, we're kind of reversing the normal flow of this call. We'll do the weekly recap here in a second. But we wanted to get this information up front so that you guys would understand kind of where we're going with all of this, the expectations, and then give Mike the opportunity to jump on and be able to jump off as well too. So just put in the chats. We'll follow the chat here.
Yes. And Marisa said, as you're getting that up, she goes, watch The Secret before next week. It'll help you so much.
I love that. I love that.
Okay, so you're going to screen share or no?
Yeah, let's get into the recap.
Perfect.
Here.
So we're just going to go over a couple quick things that are coming this week that are so exciting. All right. So go ahead.
No, you got
Well, as we know, you guys, every Tuesday night, corporate brings on an elite up to master distributor that will do an opportunity call. Here is Gary, and we'll send this out. We want to respect time. But Gary is incredible. He was a pharmaceutical sales rep. He was a professional cyclist. He has an amazing story. So definitely can watch that, bring people to that. That'll be tomorrow night. And all right. As we all have heard, let's put in the chat. We can't see it right now, but who here loves Leslie, right? Who here appreciates Leslie's knowledge in social media? We know many of you are yearning and wanting to learn more on how in the world can I do social media and do it well and do it with integrity and do it with, all these different ways. How does she even create that picture that says social media 30-day slay, right? So many people want to know that, and Leslie has offered up and graciously is giving of her time and energy to have a 30-day, what she called social media slay, and it's going to be every Wednesday night for the next 30 days. And it's going to be at 8:30 Central. So anybody that earned Performance Club in the month of June, this is Leslie's gift to you. How awesome, awesome, awesome. And a reminder on Performance Club, anybody that ever gets into Performance Club has a year and close to a year and a half's worth of incredible people like Fraser Brooks, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, they can look back on. But then also Leslie said, well, we got to open this up to people that want this. So let's open this up and have them, anybody that orders or gets a customer, you know, or even a distributor, but gets a minimum of a customer of Protandim or anything within that, you know, or Axio or whatnot, they're going to get in and they're going to get Leslie's training. So who is excited about Leslie's training? That is going to start this week, you guys, on Wednesday.
And so reach out if you're not in Performance Club already. Once you get that equivalent of 40 PV, a bottle of Protandim or anything 40 PV or higher, let us know where your profile, if on up, they can get you into that group so that you have access to that information.
Yes. Again, get with your Pro 5 on up leader or us, and we will make sure that you are in there. And then this Thursday, Carrie Williams gives the most incredible presentations. Yes or yes. She is going to be live on Thursday at 8:30 Central. Make sure that you are there to watch her. Bring guests, bring guests, bring guests to Carrie. She is absolutely incredible. And then Success Mastery is going to be on Saturday. We all love Success Mastery. It's going to be live on the official distributor Facebook page. And we always try our best to get it into one person, but it's not always there because of technical difficulties sometimes, but make sure that you are there. And then we have the app challenge again. Who last month loved Month of Action app challenge? I know many of you are starting already to use your money that you earned from it, but is there anything you want to say on the app challenge?
No, I just think it was a wonderful opportunity for people to get more acclimated with the app and all the new features and really just see the new version of what Kamal put together. And we had some really, really cool things come out of the Month of Action in June. So they carried it over into July and August. It's going to be a similar point structure, but the rewards are going to be a little bit different, where the team getting 1,500 points is going to get that swag bag, 3,000 points. If you're going to Global Convention Live, you can get lunch with the executive team at convention, and then 4,500 team points gets you VIP transportation to and from the airport at convention, which is awesome. And then the top 3 teams are going to get a VIP convention experience.
So more than anything on that app challenge, you guys, it's just fun, and it's meeting new people, and it's finding new accountability partners, and it's getting to know one another. And again, being those professional connectors and learning those stories. So I'll let you speak quickly on the Platinum Pack.
Yeah, I think we've got it right here. So the Platinum Pack, you guys, we've got a July deal, both in the United States and Canada. It's the only 2 markets this is available, but in the United States, the price of the Platinum Pack, including the distributor kit, went down to $999. So that's a huge savings. It's basically 50% off of all of the product that's contained in there. Canada, 1,300, 850 PV across the board on that. So super excited about that discount. Canada's getting an awesome deal there as well too. So this is for the month of July. Yeah,
you guys, and it's going to be containing that convention ticket. I mean, it's mind blowing. We've never seen them do this ever in our 10 years of being here. So we've got to really, really let people know that have looked at this as a business, let people know, customers that are just obsessed with the products, the savings that they are going to get out of a pack like that, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's crazy.
All right. And then definitely put onto your calendars reminders for the next 15 weeks. Again, what you pour into this is going to be what you get out of it. There will be a little bit of stuff to do between the weeks, but most of the time it isn't very time extensive. But what I would challenge you to do is, even after you've gone through it, is to keep it in the forefront of your mind throughout the week and make changes as you see fit to whatever that you downloaded for yourself that week.
Yes. All right. Any questions, throw them in the chat. I will put up a post after we get off here. If anybody needs a team member for the app challenge, let's just all start working together. We're doing brand new teams, you guys, and we'll get everybody teamed up. But anything else, any other questions that anybody has? If not, we're going to end right on time. And what is this week's homework? What's this week's homework?
So this week's homework is going to be to commit to yourself that you are going to be fully engaged for the next 15 weeks leading up to Global. If you have not bought your Global Convention ticket yet, please buy it tonight. And as I said last Saturday, make the commitment and then do what you say you're going to do. And you can put that into action for the next 15 weeks.
One last thing on convention. That's
Yes.
perfect homework. And I saw Danny say, rise before the sun. Yes, put in the comments if you guys are committed. Hotels for convention, as you heard from us already, and also at Elite Academy, they mentioned, are very limited. They're super, super limited. So we have many of us got to the Hilton already. If you need those details, I'll send it out again tonight, but call. There are some rooms left at the Hilton. I'm not sure. Mia got a queen tonight. I don't think there's any more doubles, but there might be some queens, might be some kings left, but kings, yes, kings and queens. So the power of being in the same hotel is beautiful. For those of you that have been to events and stayed at the hotel, put in the comments what a difference that makes. We have a good time in the lobby, we hang out, we meet up, we see each other. There's just power behind being in the same place and having our leaders be there and getting you introduced to so many of the people that are here in person. It's beautiful. So whatever we can do, we are here to help for all of that. And you're looking at something else?
I was just going to pull it up and see if I still could get hotel rooms, but.
Oh yes, Mia got one today.
Perfect. Then
yes,
we're good.
Start on the 7th though. If you call in and if you say it's the 6th, they're going to tell you it's sold out. So make sure.
But you can do it online too. You can book through lifevanish.com, go down to the global convention area. They have the 3 different hotels and you can make a reservation directly on there as well too.
Perfect. Kathy said she got one today as well. And yes, roomies, if anybody needs roommates, we can start a list on one person in Facebook as well. When we first got started, you guys, we had lots of roommates and there were many times with 8 people even in a room. So if you need a roommate and you need to find a way there, or you want to save some pennies and all of it, just find a way to get there and we're going to help you figure everything else out. So don't worry about that. When there's a will, there's a way. And yes, all right, one last thing. We're 2 minutes over. Yes, we are going to have parties. What's the song? We're going to have one person big difference party. So plan on Saturday night. I've already got it scheduled with corporate. We've got a room and we got DJ Rankin. So the guy that was on for Elite Academy, that DJ is going to be at our party. Get your dancing shoes ready or whatever. But he's super fun and he loves it. So he's going to be there and we're working on all the other details and we are planning for a Friday lunch as well to get us all together. So all those details are in the work. All I've got to say is just get ready to have a lot of fun and feel the love and feel the energy and let's just go bless the world.
And for the Canadian market, I know right now the border is not open, but let's plan that it will be open. And here's another promise I'll make for you. If you commit to coming to global and for some reason your government shuts down the border and you can't come across, we will find somebody to take your ticket and get you compensated back for that. And the hotel that you have, we will find somebody to take over that hotel room. So yeah. Canadians, join us in October. We can't wait to hug and squeeze you guys. Yes. And it is going to be an amazing time.
Yes. And Danny, anybody Pro-6 on up, there will be a leadership event. We just don't have those details yet. So plan on that. It's actually going to be the day before convention, which is Thursday.
We'll announce it.
Yeah, we'll announce it. Anyway. All right. We're over. Cool. 3 minutes over. Love you guys so much. Send any questions. You can go back in Facebook and watch this. And if there's any other questions in there, throw them in there. We'll make sure that they get answered. And let's get ready and be committed for next week. Love you so much. Good night. Yeah, 10X. Bye, guys.
See you guys.